I've worked out a little intro for you, Herb.
Oh, you have? Oh, boy. Let's hear it, Don.
Okay. Off your ice floes, it's time to pump up your plankton. Here he is, the penguin of plentitude, the fowl of freezers, the admiral bird of the Have You Heard? The one, the only, the Herb. What do you think?
You announce him, I'll trounce him. Let's tuna to Beakman.
Butterflies taste with their feet. Cherry, my fave. I'm Beakman, and you've just broken into Beakman's world.
I wonder where Beakman is.
I'm quaffed for a question. Comb me with a query.
Huh? You can't comb with a query.
Well, they can't all be gems. How about letting me in on what a viewer wants to know?
Mandy Platzer of Lewiston, Pennsylvania wonders, why is it that when you sit on a bike, you can't keep your balance, but once you start moving, you can?
Oh, that's a very moving question, Mandy.
We think all your questions are moving, and later on we'll hip you to our address.
But for now, this is why you keep your balance when your bike is moving.
Beakman holds the answer to Mandy's question in his hand because he's holding a gyroscope.
Gyroscope. A device consists rotates between gyroscopically gyrating and gyrating.
What the Prince of Pomposity was trying to say is that a gyroscope is something that spins on an axis.
Axis just means the line, real or imaginary, around which the gyroscope spins.
Bada bing! A gyroscope can be this, or this, or even this, our own planet Earth. And here's the amazing part. Once you get a gyroscope spinning, it resists having its axis tipped.
That means if you try to tilt it, it fights back.
Let's look at another simple example.
No, Ray, that's an example of something simple.
Believe it or not, this coin can be a gyroscope. You see, it's round, and we can imagine its axis is right through the middle. Now, when I put it on the table,
It'll stand on its edge because it will resist change to the alignment of its axis. Hey, it fell over. Well, I guess gyroscopes aren't as resistant as he would have us believe.
It fell over because it wasn't spinning.
right! When a gyroscope isn't spinning, it isn't behaving like a gyroscope, and gravity can make it fall over. But when we take it for a spin around its axis, it will resist falling over until it runs out of spin.
All right, I was believing you for a while there, Beakman, but now he tries to tell me that these gyroscopes can resist gravity. I'm sorry, but I just don't buy it.
Perhaps, Lester, you need to feel the power of a spinning gyroscope.
Let me think about it. What's Beakman talking about? The power of a spinning gyroscope. In my own doubting, skeptical way, have I finally bitten off more than I can chew? Nah, I can chew anything.
If you're gonna try our experiments, do them only the way that we do them, safely and with the help of an adult.
I hate this.
This is a turntable.
Yeah.
Any last requests?
Yeah. Bring back the gong show.
Liza, please give the rat the apparatus. Now, achieve speed.
Achieving!
All right, Mr. Gyroscopes can't resist gravity. Try changing the axis.
Huh?
Try tilting the gyroscope.
Oh, okay.
Hey! This thing's making me move!
He's feeling the gyroscope's raw power.
Yeah, make it stop!
Well, all I learned from that is that gyroscopes can resist the power of less than. And although I am very strong for a classically trained actor in a rat suit, I don't have the force of gravity.
The subject remains unconvinced.
And unbathed. Maybe this'll convince him. Thank you, Ray. This bicycle wheel, or gyroscope, will now resist gravity.
Wow.
Remember, heretic, it needs to spin to be a gyroscope and to resist gravity.
Yeah, like that's gonna happen when it's hanging from this rope.
Liza, spin it, please.
Spinning.
Whoa. No, the wheel.
Calling me convinced.
Zaloom, we have a convert.
So, once the wheels on your bike start spinning, they become gyroscopes. And that's what keeps your bike from falling over.
Not only are gyroscopes the key to staying up on your bike, but gyroscopes are used in airplanes and submarines to help them find their way when they can't see where they're going. They're also used to keep rockets flying straight. So, thank you, Manny Platzer, for your letter.
And for letting us give you the straight gravity-resisting dope.
On the spinning thingy we call a gyroscope.
Coming up next, we encroach on our friend the roach when we visit those disgusting animals. Don't crawl away. Your roach coach awaits.
Take a ticket.
It's time to puff up. Your perspicacity. Here he is, the tenor of teaching, the basso profundo of braininess, the Brenda Vaccaro of happiness, not sorrow, the one, the only, the Beakman.
You shrink 'em? I'll sink 'em? Let's funky bus stop.
Well, you should have thought about that before you stuck your hand in here.
Question. Christina and Johnny Gandolfo of Lynbrook, New York wonder, why does hair turn gray?
Answer, hair doesn't turn gray. But when somebody's body stops producing melanin, the stuff that gives hair its color, pure white hairs start to grow. It's only when they're mixed in with dark hairs that they appear gray.
And that's why the old gray hair ain't what she used to be.
Question. How many dreams do people have?
I have just one. To climb out of this rat suit and do an evening of Sondheim.
Real answer, most people have 4 or 5 different dreams a night and spend as much as 2 of their sleeping hours dreaming. Fast fact, 70% of frozen vegetables are shipped by train.
Yeah, and the other 30% are sitting next to me watching TV.
Don't you mean sitting next to us, Herb?
No, Don, that was an insult.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Question. What's the lowest sound a human ear can hear?
Answer, the lowest sound a human ear can hear is about 16 cycles per second. Too low for us to send to you on your TV. If we could hear sounds any lower than that, we could actually hear the sound of our own muscles working.
Question. Can you tell us still more about those disgusting animals?
Taxi!
Not so fast, furball.
They creep!
They crawl.
They're ugly!
That's all!
It's time for those disgusting animals.
Shalom and welcome to Lester's worst nightmare. Time's a-wasting, so let's get down and clinically depressed with this week's disgusting animal. Cockroaches!
Good night.
Yes, cockroaches. Any of various oval, flat-bodied insects of the family Blattidae. They roamed the earth with the dinosaurs, and they'll probably be around
Take two!
They roamed the earth with the dinosaurs, and they'll probably be here long after we're gone. That's because each generation is born immune to pesticides. They are so durable that the common cockroach, such as these Paraplaneta cockroaches, can withstand 100 times the radiation that would kill a human. Lester, did you know that one pair of cockroaches and their offspring can produce 100,000 cockroaches in only 1 year?
Gee. No.
And not only that, but cockroaches will eat almost anything, including soap, bookbindings, and even TV wires. Cockroaches can be a very serious problem because of their true talent, spreading disease. This jumbo jet called the Death Head is the largest cockroach found in the United States. And these hissing Madagascars from Africa can grow as big as a mouse. Hear that, Lester? They hiss when they are annoyed by pumping air through their breathing holes. A final thought, Lester.
Oh, good.
These cocky little roaches
Yeah.
will stay alive for 2 or 3 weeks
So?
after you cut off their heads.
Thanks for sharing.
So this is me, Beakman's Cucaracha cohort, saying bugs ahoy till next time on...
Those disgusting animals! Coming up next, a very special Valentine message. One from the heart. The beat goes on after this.
My brain has a vacancy. Occupy it with a question, Liza.
Checking in! Taylor Friedman of Valencia, California writes, Dear Beakman, my dad had a heart attack and had to go to the hospital. He's fine now, but what is a heart attack anyway?
Heart-rending question there, Taylor. Has a nice beat to it, too. Let's have a heart-to-heart talk about heart disease. Now, does anyone remember why we have a heart?
So we can experience romance and love.
That's a beautiful answer, Lester. Wrong as usual, but beautiful.
I know why we have a heart. The heart is a muscle that pumps blood to all your body's cells.
Here you go, Liza. Without the food and oxygen in your blood, your cells would quickly go out of business. You can't last long without the old ticker. Wrong ticker, Ray. That's better. Like every other part of your body, your heart is made of cells that need food and oxygen. Most heart attacks happen when not enough food and oxygen, which are carried in your blood, get to the cells of your heart.
How does that happen? He asked haughtily.
Let's get the scoop from the scoop. Just pumping blood doesn't supply your heart with food and oxygen. Those goodies get to the heart through these guys here, the coronary arteries. And when these arteries get clogged up or blocked, the heart doesn't get enough blood to do its very important job.
Oh, man, that's pretty scary.
Yeah, if that happens, how do doctors get you fixed up?
Well, to understand, let's start by fixing up a clogged up sink.
Beakman, shouldn't we fix my sink later and get back to answering Taylor's question?
Ew! We are answering Taylor's question, Lester. See, this drain pipe keeps clogging up because a certain somebody keeps putting too much garbage into it.
And your coronary drain pipes, coronary arteries, get clogged up if you eat too much garbage, like the wrong kinds of food.
Precisely, Lizola. We can forget about this thing. From now on, you're my plumber's helper. The first thing a doctor does for someone with a serious heart condition is give them special medicines that will unclog their arteries.
Kind of like the way I'm gonna pour this Beako down our drain.
For many people, medicine is all the treatment they'll need for their aching heart. This may take a couple of minutes.
Beakman, I don't think this drain cleaner's doing the trick.
You know, you're right, Lester. Liza, time to go to Plan B.
Plan B?
The snake. When a plumber can't get the pipe open with chemicals, he or she shoves this tool, a snake, down the drain. Most times, this breaks up the gunk in there and lets it wash away. Doctors can run a snake-like device called an angioscope through your arteries to unstop the clogs near your heart. Then they inflate and deflate a tiny balloon on the end of the scope. That smushes the clog against the artery walls, and blood can get through again.
Lester! What did you put in this sink?
My underwear?
Oh. Sometimes even the snake won't get the job done.
Well, what do we do now? He asked as if he really cared.
We put in a new pipe. Ah-ha-ha! Wrench!
Wrench!
Wrench.
Washer!
Washer!
Washer.
Flange!
Flange!
Flange.
Chicken!
Chicken!
Chicken.
Chicken? I'm hungry.
Oh.
There! Good as new! Liza, you close.
Closing! Beakman, if your sink is clogged, you can find new pipes at any hardware store. But if your arteries are clogged, you're out of luck.
You may search, but you'll search in vain. Get it?
Actually, you're right, Lester. Inside your body are enough arteries and veins to go around the world 2.5 times. If a doctor needs to replace your coronary arteries, he can find plenty of spare parts right inside you.
Give me that!
The process of replacing damaged arteries and veins is called heart bypass surgery. And it happens thousands of times every day.
Beakman, that's a medical miracle.
So, Taylor Friedman of Valencia, California.
We're mighty glad your dad's okay.
And if you waded through all our wisecracks, you got the facts on heart attacks.
Love you.
If you have a question about how the world works, just write us at
Beakman's World, P.O. Box 30087, Kansas City, Missouri 64112.
the best thing you can do for your heart is to not let it attack you in the first place.
You do that by watching your diet, eating more fruits and vegetables and less fatty food.
You mean fatty foods like hamburgers and cheeseburgers and French fries and fried chicken and ice cream?
I'm afraid so, Lester. All this stuff here, it's fine from time to time, but if it's all you eat, you're not being heart smart.
Don't smoke. It's really tough on your ticker. Smoking cigarettes actually doubles your chance of getting heart disease. It's really gross and it makes your breath stink.
Well, fortunately, all that talk about exercise making your heart stronger is first-class baloney.
As always, Lester is exactly wrong. Your heart is a muscle, and exercise makes any muscle stronger and healthier. Come on, Lester, give us a few jumping rats.
Me and my big mouth.
Well, speaking of your big mouth, it's time to shut it.
Hey, yeah, see you next time.
On Beakman's World.
Gee, Herb.
Yes, Don.
I wish I could do jumping jacks.
Yes, Don.
I wouldn't mind touching my toes either.
Yes, Don.
I also wish I could fly.
Yes, Don.
And I'd like to be taller.
Yes, Don.
Is that all you can say?
Yes, Don. Yes, Don.
Aha,
Yes, Don.
just as I expected, a Herb quarter.
Yes, Don.
Now who's going to tell me to turn off Beakman? Turn off Beakman, Don. Okay, Don. Consider it done, Don.
Yes, Don. Yes, Don.
Where's
yes, Don.
that pause?
Yes. I don't have paws. I have flippers.
Oh,